From the Journal, General Gruntpa. In camp, Columbia, South Carolina. 26 May, 1861. When I traveled south and joined the nascent rebel government, I did so with a plan in hand. Knowing General Scott's not-so-secret anaconda plan, I had devised an attack aimed at New England, the idea being to deprive the federal government of that region's shipbuilding capabilities and the fisheries of the North Atlantic. My plan was met with some derision in the halls of power, and no little distrust, as I am a Northerner. Yet still, amazingly, it has been given approval by President Davis and his council. The one caveat being that I am only allowed to bring volunteers on my so-called adventure. With approval in hand, I placed out a call in every newspaper I could reach, calling on men with a lust for adventure, fame, and no small amount of danger. This call has been answered by what one must charitably describe as men of eccentricities. A cousin of mine was first to answer this call, bringing a division with him of border state ruffians. Most look fresh from the killing fields of bleeding Kansas. He himself has a passing resemblance of me. Looks like he can drink both of our body weights in whiskey. I do hope he is broad enough to share. The next man to answer the call was Patrick Claiborne, bringing with him a division of Irish and Scots. Being an Irish dissident, I believe he thinks our trip north will allow him to recruit more like-minded men who have fled the famine and prepare them for a fight back in their homeland. If this is the case, I must keep a close eye on him, as I'm going to be relying on supplies from Canada for the early stages of the operation, and I must do everything to keep the English crown appeased for the time being. Next man to join us is Mr. Jeremy Steed. He brings a division of Italians with him, some of whom are veterans of Giuseppe Garibaldi. It is a mixture of old men who fought in South America, middle-aged men fresh from the campaigns in the Kingdom of Italy, and young boys looking for adventure. I believe this will be my most solid organization. I'm also joined by Mr. Landwood, who brings with him several regiments of Texans mounted as dragoons. I initially thought this division was a godsend, but I now feel it is a devil sent. The more I learn of this man and his sub-commanders, the more I fear for the sanity of the entire unit. It seems to me they have emptied every border saloon and prison in Texas to fill the ranks and sent along one Texas Ranger to watch over the entire organization. Even with their reputation, this will surely not be enough. The final man to join me, and the only one not to bring men of his own along, is a Mr. Sutherland, though he prefers the silver cat of eyeball. The moniker seems to fit, as he is always going on about negative vibes, cheese, and wine. I am uncertain as to whether this is an act or not, but he seems to know his way around an artillery piece, so I place him in charge of our artillery train for now. I'm currently headquartered in Columbia, South Carolina, but I've ordered my so-called division commanders to bring their men to Charleston. As time is of the essence, we will depart immediately upon the arrival of the final unit. This leaves me no time to train the men, but it is a risk that we have to take. Welcome back, everybody. Grand Tactician, Civil War, Gruntpa Gaming. This is episode 1 of our viewer unit only Spring of 61 Rebel campaign. So, yes, and I did say episode 1. Last episode was episode 0, as we just got most of our recruitment out of the way, got the ground rules for the campaign set up, and that episode did take about 2 hours to get done, damn near. So, starting off, we got a few more recruits to add in since the last episode. And just as a reminder, everybody, anybody watching the campaign can request a unit. Members come first, the viewers come second. You don't need to be a member to get a unit in the campaign if you do so choose. So you just be a viewer and you'll get one, and you're behind members on the requests. Also, if you'd like a division in the Army, you need to be at least a Whiskey Rebel tier member of the channel. That is something I do have to paywall, otherwise I would never have enough troops for the campaign, or enough troops to even get divisions online. So moving on from there, we got like I said, a few more units to recruit. Let's head over to Tradoc. And we do have a division to add in. Hold on here. I got to go back to Discord for this one. This one's for Schrader. You have not given me a division name yet. And I can recruit basically from anywhere, it looks like. Except for your 1st Brigade, the Shredders. I got no Texas troops left. I doubt I'm going to be getting much more in the way of Texas troops. So I am going to be drawing them from another location. I'm just going to be drawing from what I have available right now, which is not much. I actually just sucked up most of the Alabama guys recruiting the siege train for the invasion of the North. So I believe I'm going to be drawing from Louisiana, close enough to Texas. This is probably going to be a multi-state division. So I don't even have enough muskets left, so I'm going to have mixed muskets for now. These guys will be the Shredder. And where are you from, Walton? You're from Louisiana. That works out. Veteran volunteer. Not the best stats in the world, but it started the campaign, so that's going to happen. And I'll also draw a brigade. I do need another brigade from Louisiana, so I'm going to have to hold off on drawing troops from there. I'll draw a brigade from Virginia. And Maxie Gregg. Yeah, we can leave Maxie Gregg in charge of that brigade. Is he a Virginian? No, he's a South Carolinian. We need a Virginian. We got Sam Cooper. I'll give him 4. He's a nice young man. Ooh. And these guys are to be called the Crybaby. Okay. Wonder if that's a movie reference. And the 3rd Brigade, you have not given me a name for yet. So I'm still going to recruit them. So we'll suck up the last of the South Carolinians for this one. And Maxie Gregg can have this one since he is South Carolina. So we're just going to leave it as Gregg's Brigade for now until you give me a name for it. And also an artillery battery. I'm going to draw these guys. Wow, I am running out of troops really fast. I need to get the 3rd level of recruitment. I'm going to draw these guys from New Mexico. There's not even enough troops there to raise a full cavalry brigade or a full infantry brigade, so I'm going to draw this battery out of New Mexico. And they're called Starlight. They may or may not end up in the same corps as the rest of the division. Have to keep an eye on that. Where are you from? Come on. South Carolina. Do I have anybody from New Mexico territory? Actually does not look like it. You're a professional, but you're a cavalryman. We're going to replace you. With a professional artilleryman. Hughie? No, he's not getting. Garnett? We'll give you Garnett. There we go. And everybody gets the same uniform, which is red and gray. So we'll go with the Zouave red. We're going to keep this uniform for the division. I kind of like it myself. Go with the Zouave red and gray. Right. Next up for Randall. Yeah, I have the Fort Oglethorpe Scouts out of Georgia. You know, let's shorten that just a little bit. On a political officer, light gray tops and bottoms. All right. Light gray tops and bottoms. Who's in command? Professional. All right, let's go Georgia. And give me a political officer. Looks like you're going to be getting Major Colquitt as your commander. All right, next up. Dorcas Mobile. You want some Florida men. Do we have any Florida men available? We do not. Dorcas Mobile, I do not have any Florida men available right now. I don't know if we'll ever get enough out of the state again until I get conscription. But we'll keep you on standby for now. Next up is Riley, who I should have done last episode, but I completely left him out. He wants the CSMC. And wow, I'm really running out of troops. I don't think I'm going to get much more in this episode. They're coming. We're going to bring them out of Georgia. Give them the full frock coats. Gray and white. And Henry McCullough is not getting command of the CSMC. That is definitely going to get replaced. Crap. I know he's added by... I'm not using the a.o.m mod, but I did keep the avatars. I can't remember this man's name. The actual commander of the CSMC should be one of my avatars. Lloyd Beal, he should be in game. Should be assigned also. Lloyd Beal, there we go. We just don't have a picture for him. But he was a commandant of the CSMC during the war. All right, next up, another battery. Definitely need more of these. From Virginia. And this will be for Sand Pebble. This will be the Virginia Flying Battery. Any officer, red and gray tops and bottoms. Red and gray seems to be a very popular color. And black, where are you from again? You're South Carolinian. No, I'm going to get you a Virginian. Proper Virginian. Get you early. None of these guys are artillerymen, so I don't want to use our Jubal early on a battery. I think we give you Cutshaw for now. Next up, the Y'all Father. Any state, since we didn't have Texas available. Looks like you're going to suck up the last of our Virginians. These would be the Blackjack Rifles. Yeah, didn't give me any uniform colors, but they're going to be called the Blackjacks. Give them black tops. I guess Confederate grade bombs. Now, we'll see how that looks on the map. I mean, it looks different on the map than it does on the recruitment page. Sometimes it looks really good here and bad on the map, but really bad here with good on the map. You never know what you're going to get. Really want to put McCullough in charge. He's a Texas man. I want to save him for a Texas unit. Yeah, let's get you boys a good old Virginian. And we'll put Jubal Early in charge of this brigade. Wait, did he just take command of Trinock? No, he didn't. Okay. All right, next up. Yep, those are Tennessee units, more infantry from Texas. Louisiana, there we go. It's for Drowsy. I'm going to get the last of our Louisianans for now. We want them to look French. So we'll give him the Louisiana Tiger treatment there. With French blue tops and Zouave red bottoms. It'll look different on the campaign map. McCullough, you got to stop popping up. I know you want to get into action, but you got to wait till I get some more Texas boys. Be Napoleon's loyalists. All right, let's find you guys a crazy Creole. Should I make Beauregard a brigade commander? No, he'd be wasted as brigade commander. We'll give him Pollock de Hebert for now. And that's all I can recruit for now. So, Joel, you're still on standby. Keys, you're still on standby. Ramiraw, you're still on standby. Dorcas Mobile. Brad Deutsch. Because those are all, that's all Texas and Tennessee. I have no more troops available from there, but we got one more unit here from any state. So, Kentucky doesn't even have enough. I got West Virginia's available. I don't like using West Virginians because we don't get a lot of support from there, but we'll take them from West Virginia. This is going to be for Mr. Sigmatico. This will be Sigma Sharpshooters. Go with the SS for short there. This way the name's not too long. It doesn't mess up our paper reports. Any name I see that kind of messes up our paper reports post-battle, I'm going to, try to shorten down and still know what it is. and jumps around like that. Doubt I have any West Virginia. I'm going to have to go with a Virginian. Doubt I got. I do have West Virginia. Let's see. Not many here. We got Duke, Tim Davis. NTW Duke it is. You're the most senior man there right now. The rebel West Virginian officers are not very famous, as the fighting in 1861 in West Virginia did not go very well. And all those officers hated each other. Even when Davis sent Lee out there, Lee could not get them to work together, which led to his first defeat in the war, which nobody ever talks about. Before he took over the Army of Northern Virginia, he tried to save West Virginia, and it was an absolute failure, mostly because of the command staff out there. Like, they literally all hated each other. It was disgustingly bad. All right, it's everybody I can get in for right now, so everybody else, we're still going to take unit requests. It's just going to have to wait until I actually have troops available to recruit. So keep the requests coming. I will keep them on standby. And we'll take it from there. All right, moving on. We do have a Yankee incursion happening right now. They are all the way down at Appomattox Courthouse, just outside of Lynchburg. I don't have any forces to take them on. During the last episode, we saw them railroad all the way down here, which they should have not been able to do, as we control the rail lines here, so they should have not been able to do it. The closest thing is the Army of the Potomac, but they only have 9,300 men. The Army of Northeastern Virginia has 18,000. We just do not have the troops to take it on right now. I think the closest unit to being recruited is still 15 days away. 14 days, and that'll be the Georgia Guards. Followed by, looks like, the Wildcats. Well, Boss's Wildcats. We got 2 separate Wildcat recruitment units. I did not recruit that as a full-strength unit. Ooh, that's not good. May I recruit them under strength just to get them in? No. Maybe that's what I did. I did not recruit that as a full-strength unit. Kentucky. May have just been I didn't have enough men. Let me take a look real fast. I had enough men. Now I don't, but I did. Okay, that was a mistake on my part. We really can't fix it right now. 41 days, 62 days, 53 days, 56 days. The more units you recruit, the longer everything takes. So we're gonna have to just wait to deal with that federal unit. Hopefully they don't come down into the Carolinas and take on and bother our recruiting units down in Columbus, Georgia, and at Columbia. And these units are on their way to Charleston right now. All right, let's get this game moving along, and hopefully we can get up to banger this episode. All right, it's now June 1st, and adding on to our problems with the Union, Fort Smith is besieged. The Western Army was close enough to support, but we are not strong enough to actually counterpunch them. The Union has 7,200 men on the field with 6 guns. We have 4,600 men and 13 guns. It's just not a fight I'm kind of willing to take. These are regimental-sized units at 600 men each. They're actually more like battalion-sized units. And 2 batteries of artillery. Combined, the infantry matches. These regiments combined would match up against 1 brigade. I'm going to let the siege ride out, because I just don't think we can win that. So getting my attack is launched is of the essence. And I'm going to be launching it sooner than I expected, as one of the brigades, and I didn't realize is it's going to take 72 days to arrive, and that's the Davis Guards out of Texas. They're going to take 72 days to get to me. Some of these we'll have in 13 days, 15 days, 5 days. So I'm going to wait till we have at least a division's worth of men available, and then I am going to start moving, especially once our readiness is high enough. If our readiness gets up high enough, we'll begin to move, because I think I set the aggression for the Federals all the way up, and that was a bad move. We are still waiting on the Regulars Act complete. Once the Regulars Act completes, those troops are going to go straight into the Army of Potomac, and then we're going to take on the Army of Northeast Virginia. All right, it's now June 11th, and the Regulars Act has passed, and this actually gives us a little bit of an opportunity here. A new army was formed, the Army of Northern Virginia, which we're going to be disbanding immediately as these troops are all getting transferred out. We do have regulars now. And, wow, Florida, Georgia. I mean, we got a brigade of Floridians right here, so I needed a brigade of Floridians. Hey, that works out. So, Dorcas Mobile. The CS regulars are now going to be yours. They're going to be called the introverts. I want it green and light gray. They do not look like Floridians. That looks like a Floridian to me. There we go. There's a Florida Man Brigade. You have another. I'm going to leave that. Well, we have a first CS infantry, so this one's going to be second for now. If I need another Florida Brigade, I know where to find it. Okay. Yeah, no, you're going to be the 4th CS Infantry now. McCullough, you got a command, but you're not keeping it. And they put Thomas Sr. in charge of the division. These aren't full batteries or half-strength batteries. That's fine. I mean, not full battalions or half-strength battalions. A full-strength battalion is 240. These are half-strength. That's fine. You got Hughie in charge of one, Grace in charge of the other. Mississippians I didn't need. South Carolinians. Georgia, Florida. All right. So we're going to let them stay where they are while they form up. It's actually good they're in Richmond. And as soon as they start forming up, we'll start farming them out to the other armies. Because they're just forming, so you're looking at 30 to 40 days for a lot of these units. The Army of Northeast Virginia did take Lynchburg. We are currently retaking it. They are now at Newmarket, building a depot. And we did win the siege at Fort Smith, which was good because it gave this army some experience. So now I get the first battle jitters out of the way without actually having to have fight a battle. Now we're looking on experience. I got these guys just scouting to earn experience. Well, Zolkoff hasn't done anything. But, tell you what, the St. George Coke has really raised the experience. He's already got 2 things going for his army right here. So he's really good at training men. I may put him in charge of Tradoc. To be quite honest with you, I mean, he's good at what he does. He earned these units a lot of experience. What are your stats? Your stats don't say you should be that good at it, but he's given this corps a lot of experience so far. Like I said, it's only June 11th. That's just a quick update there. So we're going to keep rolling along. All right, it's now July 5th. And some of our units in Tradoc are coming online. A bunch of them have actually arrived for us already. So we're going to start transferring troops. I did transfer 1 division out already, and that was LeBeau's Legion. They are now on the way to the Army of the Potomac. So they're going to be replacing Pillow's division, who I'm going to start slowly disbanding and consolidating troops, try and get these guys up to some type of fighting condition. And only South Carolina unit. I mean, just disband them completely. Mississippi, Alabama, Virginia, North Carolina, Virginia. 13 days for your arrival, but somebody else have South Carolinians. Yeah, nobody does. All right, Hampton, your unit is going away. He's going to disband your unit completely. We're going to send the 1st CS Infantry over to Pillow's Division. They'll be there in 16 days. Italian Stallions. You're in Mississippi, so we'll send you here also. Actually, I'm going to try and get you out in the Midwest. I don't think it really matters where I send the Mississippians, actually, so send you there. You're Alabama, Mississippi. All right, we're going to make this easy. I'm going to transfer you guys all into that division. Yell County, you're Arkansas, and the Georgia Guards are going to Pillow's Division. Really don't want him in charge, but I'm going to leave the officers that are in charge right now in charge of their units. So that's 2 divisions worth of troops heading to the Army of Potomac. Army of Tennessee needs troops now. We're going to create a new division. Hampton, yeah, you can take that. We're going to give the Major General. Solid coffer. I'm going to go to Lieutenant General. All right, Yell County. Whiskey City Grays. Rest are old Georgia. And Boss's Wildcats are going to the Hamptons Division of the Army of Tennessee. Also going to send you a cavalry brigade. I'm going to leave you guys in for now. I'm going to be sending the... Up near Arkansas, so Hog Mollies are heading out to Army of Tennessee. And the Western Army, we do need to start collapsing down some of these units. So you go into the Missouri Division. Really don't want to send any Georgians out this far, but got no choice. So the Georgians and the CSMC really... Damn it, transfer's already begun. I'm going to have to transfer them after they arrive. CSMC should really be out on the East Coast, not all the way out in the Western Army. And we are going to be sending you St. Petersburg Cavalry. And you guys are going to start combining down. 2 larger brigades, 1,500 men each. Now we're just going to combine in one big brigade. And that leaves 126 men in that unit. So McBride, you go away. So you're going to come over here. So the Iron Hearts and CSMC right now are in Frost Division. I'm definitely going to be transferring the CSMC out of there. They should not be in there. Potomac, what are we looking at here? North Carolina, Virginia. Virginia Brigade, we're going to plus you up into Jackson. 176 men left. Let's get rid of that. Leave Jones and Ewell be for now. Actually, this kind of works out. We're going to transfer you, because I was going to start transferring the regulars into this army, but we can leave the Army of Northern Virginia standing. And use this as a combat force also, and just start, So I try to keep, my core trinaries, as far as the infantry is concerned, so 3 divisions of artillery, plus a division of cavalry and a division of artillery. So I try to keep a trinary with my infantry, whether it's 3 brigades in the division, 3 divisions in the core. So that's what I try to keep. So we should be seeing our first combats by the end of the month. How long's this division? It's 4 more days for this division. They'll be going to the Army of Tennessee, get them plussed up to strength as immediately, because they've actually been retreating in the face of a federal army, because they only have 1,500 men in that army. So they've been retreating in the face of a larger Union force. And this should help. Only 7 days for them to arrive. Thank God I put these guys at Columbus right along the rail line. Where am I going to put these cavalry brigades? No, we're going to shift one more over to the Army of Northern Virginia. I'm going to division this out. Fort Oglethorpe, you're going to be coming here also. Cavalry, you got 2. And I'm going to send... I thought I sent out the St. Petersburg guys. Who'd I send out? Oh, yeah, I sent out the Hog Mollies. There's no viewer units whatsoever in the siege train. It's just there was a support unit for the main invasion. Yeah, you know what? Actually, there's another Missouri unit coming online. I think they'll go to the Western Army. St. Petersburg, you're going to Price's division of the Army of Potomac. I just realized I got Pillow and Price in the same fucking army. That is a disaster waiting to happen. Holy crap. That is not a fun combination. The Virginians might end up in the Army of Tennessee. Now, those are our transfers for now. Like I said, Marshall's division, once it comes online in 4 more days, will be going to the Army of Tennessee. And how is the Army of Maine looking? We're now in orange readiness. Now July, we are kind of falling behind schedule here. I don't want to be moving my troops through the hurricane season. It looks like that's what's going to happen. We have most of our troops online. We're still waiting for, Austin's brigade to be here in 1 more day. Waiting on the Bayou Dragoons and the Wannabe Rangers. 16 days, 5 days. Bouncing Bowlers, 19 days, 26, 37 days on the outset. We're not going to be waiting that long, hopefully. Soon as we are basically yellow readiness, this army is moving. I may end up actually sending the siege train out first. Their readiness will be up faster. I did put Lee in charge of it. I'll build a backstory around that. Yeah, it's like 54 days for their last unit. Well, I'm going to get them moving as soon as possible because I do not want them traversing the Atlantic during hurricane season. It doesn't exactly exist in game, but I know it does exist. So I don't want them doing it during hurricane season, but I may have to take that risk. All right, it's now July 14th, and we have just finished the Militia Act 3, so we do have some more troops available to us, but not a lot more. Like I said, Texas was just not giving us any more men. I knew it. And barely in Tennessee also, so we got enough for 1 more Tennessee brigade, and that is going to go to Joel. We have 3,000 men for a brigade. We have 3,036 available. You're getting the last of them. And this is just going to be a weird-ass unit. So we're going to give you the Zouave uniforms. We're going to go with You give me leeway on the uniforms here, and considering the unit's called the Tortured Poets Department, shouldn't that say Society? It says the name is Department, but shouldn't that be Society? I'll do Department for now, but I think it should be Society. I'm gonna give them yellow tops and like olive green bottoms. There we go. Make them nice and ugly. Tortured Poets Department, and they are to be commanded by an avatar. Sorry, Glenn, it's not you. Alright, where is she? They're to commanded by Swaler Tift. If you want some of the backstory on this one, go look at Discord. It gets a little weird in there sometimes. Alright, that unit's down. Okay, keys. You're gonna have to give me another state for the Wildcat Brigade. Rami Ra, like I said, we're not getting any more men out of Texas than we already have. So, keys, no more Tennessee troops. Rami Ra, no more Texans. Same with Brad Deutsch. Actually, those are the last 3 units, and I just don't have any troops from those 3 states, for those states. So, you have to let me recruit them from any state that's available, or pick another state that hopefully has troops in it, is what it's going to come down to. So I was only able to add the 1 brigade this time. I mean, could add the Texans. It's 2,100. Not even enough for a mid-sized brigade. I could do the smallest brigade. I don't want to do a 1,500-man brigade. They are not going to survive long in this campaign. So we got Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana available. Only 3 states available that have enough troops to do a full-size brigade. All right, looks like Napoleon Loyalists are ready to go, along with Marshall's division. So Marshall's getting transferred immediately out to the Army of Tennessee. And I think we're going to send Napoleon Loyalists there also and get this army up to size, along with Tarleton's Revenge is going out there also. I really do need to start getting rid of these non-viewer units. We just don't have the troops available, but the existing units are going to suck up troops in replacements, so I do kind of want to get rid of them. This is supposed to be a viewer unit only campaign, and it's going to be kind of rough doing viewer unit only. Unless somebody wants troops from the states that I do have here. Like the Arkansas State troops can. If somebody's from Arkansas and they want this unit, just give me a name for it and they'll get it. Prevents me from having to disband it. Wink, wink. Same with Jackson's Virginians, Hills North Carolinians, Ewell's Alabamans, Hood's Cavalry out of Virginia. Actually, it's a 461-man unit. That is going away. You guys are both Virginia. Let's stack you down. Right into Stewart. Gives them 1,000 men. I gotta get rid of some of these batteries. Louisiana, Virginia. All right, you two are going to get plussed up together. 12-gun battalion. Things are going to be rough. Things are going to be rough. Still 29 more days for the last unit to arrive in the Army of Maine. 46 for the last unit in the siege train. It is what it is. It is what it is. Actually, how long are the transfers? Because we did retake Lynchburg, but the Army of Northeast Virginia has returned. They're now 18,000 men. Not the Army of Northern Virginia. Give me the Army of Potomac. It's going up to 26,000 men. It's at 7,600 now. Oh, and he's already got his third perk. Holy crap. So we're going to give them flying column. How long are these transfers going to take? 8 days. 8 days. All right, before the end of the month, we should have our first combat. Bull Run was never fought, but looks like our first combat might be around Lynchburg here before the month's out. All right, it's now July 22nd. Just a quick update here. I am making a transfer for the 1st CS Infantry out of the Army of Potomac, and I'm going to send them over to the Army of Northern Virginia because that is where all the regulars are. So because they're ostensibly a regular unit, they're going to be heading over that way, and I'm going to pull DR Jones out and send them over to the Army of Potomac. So it's a one-day transfer because both units are sitting on top of each other. And I think we're going to change the name of the Army of Northern Virginia to the Confederate Army. Just to mark them as, you know, these are where all the professionals are outside of the Fort Oglethorpe Scouts. Everybody here is a professional unit, ostensibly. Now, it looks like the Army of Northeast Virginia has left Lynchburg again. They're not really... Oh, now they're finally moving to take Winchester. I was wondering when that was going to happen. So, Army of Potomac is ready to move. And we're actually going to change the name of this right now. It's no longer going to be the Army of Potomac. It is going to be the Army of Virginia. We're going to move over there immediately to retake Lynchburg. Then we're going to see if we can't engage the Army of Northeast Virginia without drawing in the other Union troops in the area, because there's another 24,000. So... there's another 48,000 federal troops in the area. Tarrant, Pennsylvania's here with 12,000 going up to 14. So once the readiness of the Confederate Army is up, because the readiness is still in the yellow. Actually, so McCullough's not a professional, right? No, he's got to be a professional. I got to replace you with a professional. Beauregard, I got a job for you. There we go. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. And actually, we're going to change all these guys out to professionals. You're a professional. Parsons, you are not a professional. You're going away. Just give me the professionals. Hood, take command of that division. McBride, you're political. All the professionals are going to be in charge of this army. Give me more professionals. What we got here? Your infantry. Do we have an artilleryman? There we go, Clark. Cooper is a professional. Oh, but he was an artilleryman. Man, it's so damn old. But I want a cavalryman. Man, it's just so damn old. So Van Dorn, you're going to take command of that division. There we go. Now it's all professionals. I should go through all the brigades in there, but the divisions being commanders being professionals, I'll live with that for now. Otherwise, it'll take forever. All right, it's now July 27th, and we do have a bit of an issue coming on here. We have retaken Lynchburg, Virginia from the Union. The Army of Virginia, I did have them heading up towards Newmarket here to take on the Army of Northeast Virginia, or the Union Army of Northeastern Virginia, but I have just reordered them to head towards Richmond, as I'd seen the Department of Pennsylvania coming down, but right behind them is the Army of Pennsylvania. So they got about 40,000 men marching on Richmond right now, and I only have 14,500 there. and it's not fully ready to go yet. With Beauregard just taking command, the batteries are still, one's still 3 days away. One's 59 days away. And we do not even have good guns yet. I have placed an order for James rifles, but they are going to be a long way off from being received by our troops as we are not industrialized yet. I need to give these guys a forced march order. Something I very rarely use, because it plays hell on your troops, and I don't think they're going to reach in time. No, we're not going to be in supporting distance at all. They may keep going through the night, but very slowly. As long as I can get in support distance. Force March is something I don't ever use, but I am not playing with the a.o.m mod, which is something I have not done in a very long time, so I'm trying to get used to the vanilla game again, to be quite honest. I'm actually surprised there was no rail line built between Richmond and Charlotte, or Charlottesville. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. I think we turn forced march off. So our first fight's going to be a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. And we're looking at getting our invasion of Maine kicked off probably around mid-August at this point. All right, and we're still 26 hours away. I should have kept the forced march on. Crap. Yeah, they got 40,000 men and 27 guns toward. We'll have 33,000 and 6,700 cavalry in 26 hours. That's not what we have right now. We have 14,250 men. Can we pull this off? Welcome, my grunts, to the Battle of Richmond. It's showing us starting off with a minor victory. I don't know how long that is going to last, as once again, we only have 14,250 troops on the field. They have 45,000 on the field. We are defending Gaines Mill and New Cold Harbor. And our reinforcements are still 23 hours away. It's 10 a.m. now, so we have to hold out for an overnight. We absolutely have to hold out for an overnight, or this battle is finished. Thankfully, one of the things that we do have going for us, and this was true historically, is these two corps are not part of the same army. So they're not going to coordinate together. Problem is, we got more frontage to cover than we have troops to cover it. And they are coming in. Okay, from one location. That makes things easier. Problem is, we got to cover this area here. Basically, turn down in the corner of the map here. So we got to figure out how we're going to do that. And before we go off on any more of that, what a beautiful sound. We're going to be enjoying ourselves some Glenfiddich 15 during this fight. Win or lose, or at least going to have ourselves a good drink. That first whiskey of the day always goes down the best. All right, Van Dorn, we're going to put you up here along this road. Just watching out in that direction. We don't have good weapons. That's another problem. We're still using mixed muskets. We have not captured any federal weapons, and we have not been able to produce weapons yet. And we have no artillery on the field whatsoever. Where the hell are my guns? I thought we had one battery at least. They may have not even formed yet. 0 guns. What the hell happened to my artillery? They haven't arrived yet. Not a single battery has arrived yet. Okay. Okay. That's not good. All right, once again, Van Dorn. I'm going to have to cover up this way. You're just going to be looking out in that direction. We're going to leave Hood's division in reserve because he's only got the 2 brigades. And Thomas really can't even defend Gaines Mill itself. That's the problem. Like I said, we just don't have good weapon. How the hell do you have a perk already, Kirby? I'm not going to question it. I'm going to take it. These are the regulars, so we're going to give them... And I forgot, all the perks are changed. Because the a.o.m mod changes all the perks. And I totally forgot about that. I got to reacquaint myself with these. League Volley doesn't really do us much. I guess we're going to go to Iron Discipline. These are the regulars. Wow. These guys are getting some really good training. I mean, they're hitting their first perks already. That's just weird. For CS, you're going to get Iron Discipline. Introverts, we're going to give you Sharpshooters. I'd rather you have the better concealment, but that's only works with skirmishers, which means you have to skirmish a lot. And Iron Discipline is not something Florida Man is known for. So I think we go with Sharpshooters. We can get some Swamp Hunters. I think that's how we hold it for now. We keep Hood's division here. For the time being, because they're 1 brigade short. All these mixed muskets, we are so screwed. All right, it's now 2 in the afternoon. We do have Federal Cavalry right in front of us, which I'm surprised we can't see. We just did see them right over here by these trees. And there's Federal Infantry and Artillery over here on our right flank. Which I'm not very crazy about. Yep, here comes that cavalry. And they can see us plenty fine. That's not good. But I think I may end up moving Hood's men early. Cover down over here. Cavalry's over here, but they do still have mixed cavalry weapons, so sending them in is kind of a last resort thing. Just out of range. Move forward and hit them. And the first blow of the war goes to the introverts. There's no way we can't see mounted cavalry in the open in front of us. Oh, come on. Fort CS, send me out some skirmishers. There's no way in hell we don't see that cavalry. There they are. Oh, they're just laying down. Okay, so we were looking at them. Keep hitting them. That initial volley was pretty good. Got a bit of experience grab out of that.
And I forgot, without the a.o.m mod, so we do have the victory points ticking up while we hold the objective. So that is helping us out for now. At least in this fight, it's going to be helping us out. Bringing the infantry and cavalry over this way. So I moved Hood for no reason. You guys are taking the weirdest march route to get there. I didn't tell you guys to engage that cavalry, but they're headed that way. Oh, you got infantry coming down your flank. Bring in your skirmishers. At the double, boys. Let's go. They are being kind of aggressive. Not used to this. Second CS, get up and support. You boys lay down for now. Try and keep our casualties reduced as much as possible. About this other core. There's still a second core out there. Yeah, get on top of them. Let's go. These damn weapons. I know you have advance orders, god damn it, go. Don't piss me off, Longstreet. I will take you out of command so fast. really smart with their troops right now. They brought these guys up into canister range, but thankfully they're in rifle range too. Yeah, come on out, extending their right. Knock that cavalry down and break that battery before they break you. Come on, boys, get up here. Hey there, boys. Why did you stop? Get going. Close range of these damn muskets. Get going. There you go. Break them. It's going to leave in a good position. Looks like that Jersey militia heading down towards us. There you go. Finally broke that back. Wow, the cavalry's got that much range. Gotta get rid of them. There they go. I want to turn and get on the flank of this brigade here, but with the Jerseys coming down. Looks like they might be giving us their flank. We'll see. This right here is just only an issue. So they got cover that we don't have. We are starting to take some really casualties over here. to 44 morale, but not getting it down fast enough. Do have charge turned on, damn it. Forgot to check that at the start of the fight. Works how we're doing. Looks like we're doing okay right now. Second CS is not going to be hanging out much longer. That's an issue. Pennsylvania starting to arrive. We can find the Department of Pennsylvania now. We're on to arrive. That's it. Keep them in the fight. Running out of ammo. Ready to break the wall. Oh, they're getting right up in our faces. There they go. Morale now. We're still at 60. We're sitting pretty on morale. New Jersey boys are taking some flank fire. That's good. And Fort CS is about to break. It's not a troops right here that have been incoming. Backstep, backstep, backstep. So somebody's command staff is here. Broke. Break them before they break you. And there goes the second. Alright, got back towards you, Cold Harbor. Got no choice. think it was a good defensive Gaines Mill right there, but nothing we could do to hold it. Almost even on casualties. We were doing better than them at the start. We're already at 16% casualties. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold out till our reinforcements arrive. 16:30, it's July. We still got 3.5 hours to do us dirty. Still waiting on their orders. I can send the cavalry in loose order and counter punch, but I don't know how much good that's going to do us. If we can hold out for the overnight, we should be able to push them out in the morning. You on the move? Finally, you're on the move. That game's been a little lost. Nothing we can do about it. Just keep getting back to cover, boys. Keep backing up. Down to 9 shots per man. Oh. Keep pushing forward. I'm going to send the cavalry out in loose order. Looks like they might be backing up or replacing the troops. 3,100 man brigades? What the fuck? Yeah, if I don't pull out now, we're going to lose the casualties. All right, I'm going to start withdrawing. We need to retreat. I'm not handing them a major victory. They still got too much daylight to do a lot more damage, and we're very close to giving them that major. Why aren't you guys mounted? The fuck? At the double, boys. Let's go. At the double, but in good order, and somebody was just wounded. Lower guard. You got orders to get out of there. Get going. Of course, he gets wounded on the damn retreat. Why are you boys not moving? Thank you. Get damn gone. I told you to move. No way they're waiting for orders. Shit, this might give him the major. It really comes down to lack of better weaponry and numbers. Who else just got wounded? Good. Corps commander and division commander in the first fight. Because this brigade couldn't follow orders and start pulling back. Ugh. Losses we could ill afford right now. Right, we lost 2,900 of our 10,507 infantry. 0 of our cavalry because we didn't get them into the fight because I brought them in towards the end. So total is 2,907 or 14,250 men. Union lost 2,000 of their 40,000 infantry. 600 or 3,100 cavalry. 0 of their 30 guns. Total is 2,600 of their 44,000 men. So if the other corps could have gotten onto the field, we definitely could have done it. I'd actually also thought about turtling up in a corner and waiting for the other corps to arrive on day 2 and counterpunching then, but I think that would have given the Federals too much of a morale boost and made things a lot harder on us. But for being outnumbered more than 3-1, I think it's not too bad. All right, time for the after action reports. All right, Clark's division wasn't here because we had none of our artillery on the field. Thomas's division, 4th CS Infantry did 357 to infantry, 6 to cavalry for a total of 363. 2nd Confederate States Infantry did 523 to infantry, 136 to cavalry, 8 to artillery for a total of 667. That battery was taking no damage from those guys whatsoever. And the introverts did 408 to infantry, 297 to cavalry for a total of 705. I thought they would have done a lot more than that. Losses, 4th CS, 84 dead, 431 wounded, 9 missing, total 605, accurate strength of 940, 39% casualties. 2nd CS, 96 dead, 387 wounded, 105 missing, total 588, accurate strength 973, 38% casualties. The introverts, 96 dead, 524 wounded, 104 missing, total 724, accurate strength of 2,201, 25% casualties. Hood's Division, 3rd CS. 62 dead, 347 wounded, 63 missing, total 472, aggregate strength 1,092, 30% casualties. 1st CS, 67 dead, 363 wounded, 88 missing, total 518, aggregate strength 2,394, 18% casualties. And I should have done this page first, but a 3rd CS did 216 infantry, 97 to cavalry, total 313, and 1st CS did 345 infantry, and that was that. And Van Dorn's cavalry never got in. Could have gone better. Could have gone a lot worse. We got out just before we gave them a major victory. We were at 20% casualties. We stayed around a little longer. We would have handed them the major victory, the first one of the war. They still took the first victory of the war, but at least it wasn't a major victory. I can at least say that. We also did lose 2 of our officers. Beauregard's wounded. And Hood is wounded. Did we at least get any of theirs? I saw somebody's command staff disappear. It doesn't look like it. Oh, wait. That's Army of Virginia. That's my other force. Yeah, none of their officers. I'll get closed out here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Defeat at Richmond. Confederate Army in retreat, and Colonel Longstreet took the blame on that loss. You know what? Fuck you, Longstreet. You deserve that. I don't like the man personally. Battle of Richmond's end with Confederate Army retreating from the field in good order. My command has earned us a stinging defeat. We have earned a stinging defeat against a vastly superior enemy, which is very true. They did have a lot more numbers than we do. The Army's report suffered total casualties of 2,627 men. There were 331 killed and 74 captured. Our casualties totaled 2,907 men, with 405 killed, 450 missing, and the rest wounded. And we've captured 68 of their men. I was really hoping to make a weapons grab off of that, but this battle ain't over yet. It's time for day 2 of it. That was not a major victory. Keep bringing it in, Coke. Keep bringing it in. And actually, let's pause this here before we start losing officers. Oh, they already started promoting. So Thomas Sr. took over. Not my first choice, but we'll go with it. And Kirby Smith took over the 1st Division. I'll let that go. I think it should have been Lee. I think Stephen Lee should have taken the division. I'm going to let that go. And Longstreet has to be replaced. Even though his stats are good, he's got to get replaced. Sam Cooper, you're up. And 1 battery was 2 days away. I think that battery would have made a big difference. That 1 battery would have made a big difference. Even with the 6-pounders, it would have been like I would have had it right up on the line. But we're not done yet. We're going into day 2 of this fight. The Department of Pennsylvania may not even be ready for a fight. You're not giving up Richmond without a brawl. Not in contact range yet? No, we are not. If I kept them on the forced march, they probably would have been able to get there in time for the fight. Are they marching right past? Nope, they are not. Let's go, boys. Come and get us. All right, this time, where it was Department of Pennsylvania in the lead before, this time it is the Army of Pennsylvania. They still have more guns than we do, but at least having a battery on the field will be helpful. The Confederate Army will be arriving in 7 hours, though their morale is busted. We'll still have a number superiority in infantry, though we do hold superiority in cavalry. And the cavalry from the Confederate Army, their morale should still be good. Let's get into day 2. Welcome, my grunts, to day 2 of the Battle of Richmond. I know the game considers it a separate battle, but this is literally the next morning. Or it's actually the same evening. It's now 8 p.m. of the 28th of July. No, this is the next day. My bad. This is the next day. End of the day, next day. But we're going to consider this the second day because we were arriving on the field. It is actually a meeting engagement since the Federals did not control Richmond when we arrived. So it is a meeting engagement. We are going after Shady Grove Road right here. And we're basically on top of the objective point already. I don't know how far away the Union is from it. They are of the Hall store as their starting point. And that's their only starting point. And it's already the end of the day, so there's going to be no fighting. That's just the way it is. Unless there's going to be an overnight, it's going to end at 2100 in half an hour. So I may not even get my first troops on the move before we go into the next day. Which would be good for us. Our morale is higher. It's at 72 to their 46. So we're not going to take as many casualties on the overnight attrition as the Union is. That'll give us a little head start on tomorrow's fighting. And it looks like both corps are on the field. They have both corps on the field. Even though the initial map said they were 5 hours away, they were both on the field. So, going to get this kicked off, and it looks like I'll be back with the morning start. All right, it's 8:55 or 20:55, and we're heading into the end of the day here. We're arriving basically at the same times here. At least my cavalry's there. My infantry's coming up the road now, but I have no idea what happened to that line of march. Brand new units, this is going to happen. Trying to get my cavalry into the woods right here in front of their infantry. Let's get Ewell or Jones with these Mississippis up on that flank. That is one of the units that has to go away since it's not a viewer unit. It does have to go away at some point. Give separate orders per brigade. It'll be easier. All right, let's get Johnson on the move. LeBeau's Legion is going to be heading up last. Oh, they're over this direction, too. Yep, and there's the end of the day. So let's move our troops forward. Price's cavalry. First things first, let's make sure charge is turned off on these guys before I forget again, like I did. Let's get you up over here. Look at the range on those Mississippis compared to these damn mixed muskets. That's insane. That's insane. I forgot how many changes the a.o.m mod really does make. It's crazy. Bring up the artillery. Not going to be much use for us on this battlefield. Because I want to use the woods for cover, but that's also granting the Union the use of the woods for cover. Looks like their morale's not doing too hot. I'll leave you guys right there for now. I don't want to bring LeBeau over there. LeBeau, I want you back here at Shady Grove capturing it. I can move your 3 brigades wherever I need them. Coke, let's get you up here at the crossroad. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, they did not move. And actually, I didn't check. I mean, they lose an overnight attrition. They lost almost 400 men in overnight attrition. I think the one guy we just took as a casualty was just from this first volley going out. These guys are unsupported, so let's knock them down as quickly as possible. I may have a chance to grab that artillery battery. Stuart, come out here. You're going to do what you're good at. Still showing a minor victory. We're at 68, we're out 048. We should be able to pull this off. Hammering that brigade. We can break them one at a time. I'll break them one at a time. I know I just ordered you boys forward. Come on. Outer Banks coming down here. Looks like we're going to need you down here. Cavalry, I got to push them into the Federals because they're short-range weapons. Cape Fear, come on down too. So bring the whole division. We captured the objective. Bring the whole division. And get the guns down here. Actually, we east down here. I may just put Stuart in a bad spot. I don't want anybody in front of you. Let's get to work, boys. You need some good weapons, put them to use. All right, start hitting them. Oh, you ran out in front of the cavalry. Okay. All right, Superior Polo Club, push forward. I was just planning on doing that, but maybe act a little sooner than I wanted to. I'll lock down these brigades. Get Stewart behind them to capture guns. I'll be a happy man. Mortars out. Don't let them get away from you. They're not withdrawing, are they? No, we're not letting you guys get away that easy. That's it. Don't let them get away from you. All right, push into them, boys. Get them locked in. Get your guns up here. Are they sacrificing this division? I think I may actually be sacrificing this division. Those damn guns deployed. Thank you. I got your orders. One division I was putting in reserve is doing most of the fighting. left these guys out to dry. Stewart, get me some prisoners. Need to run these numbers up. All right, Polo Club. Somebody play some polo. You're not withdrawn from the field yet. All right, don't chase them too far. Come on back, boys. They're not officially withdrawn, but they are not fighting us. A big difference when I actually have some troops on the field. Actually, which army was this? Department of Pennsylvania. Where's the Army of Pennsylvania? Shit. That's the department. Where's the Army? Yeah, we haven't seen them. Where the hell are they? No wonder the department's falling away. They only got 12,000 men. They are not going to stand in front of us. We did get all their guns, though, looks like. Alright, this might end up being... Oh, they reform real fast? Looks like they did. Alright, this might end up being a waiting game. Yep, here they come. Pull back. Get ourselves in some type of defensive line here. Because the bigger group is about to show up. And you keep harrying them. Hey, no, come on back. Yep, Army, Pennsylvania. Get those orders and get on the move. And it looks like we'll have a little bit here before some more action starts, so I'll be back. All right, just had a neighborhood blackout while I was in the middle of shooting this episode. Thankfully, I don't know why, but I'm glad it did. Apparently there was an autosave on the battle that brought us back to right before my assault. So I'm not going to change anything with that attack. Hill's trying to get into position still. This is right before we did start launching our attack along the line here. So we're going to just replay that, not make any changes. Thinking, yeah, so let's just kick it off. Might be a little sooner now than I did it before. It is going to be a little sooner, but basically doing the same thing all over again. Why the hell are you guys doing that? Okay. Works for me. I gotta remember to turn initiative off. That's something I forgot that's turned on. Alright, things are starting out a little differently than they did last time, but hey. We'll call it a happy accident. Even though things that were going really good for us before. Jackson, get in there. Boys doing? I told you to engage them. Don't stop. Get rid of that damn battery. Break. Stay on them. Don't let them get away from you. you go. There goes Georgia Guards. Boys ready? Almost in position. All right, push your division through. Broken. Turn on Williams. Then we broke Williams. Oh, double time. You're way out ahead of your division. was made. Why would you be going? That's good. Oh, because I have the wrong game selected. That. This damn charge is turned off. There we go. Get in there. That to happen while you're watching. Happy accident. There we go. Oh, you guys got drawn in too. Don't get drawn in. Damn it. Melee is so broken in this game, it's not fun. What the hell happened here? Things just fell apart real fast. Really damn fast. Whoa. There you go. Break their brigades. And you will break it. Hopefully these guys reform for us. Battle's kind of all over the place right now. Ignore that detachment. Damn it, I told you to ignore them. You know what? They're turning to face the cavalry, so it's going to move their backs over to the first CS. You know what? That's fine. Watch this little detachment break us. Reinforcements are arriving. I'm not even doing any damage to that little detachment. That shit is so broken. Banks, hang in there. You got something coming for these boys, and they're not gonna like it. These are all detachments they are. No, it's not. And that one's not. Get off of that damn detachment. I knew that was going to friggin' happen. Gotta break this knot open. Good job, boys. Who's this one? Bo's wounded. Doesn't push commander. That's not good. Alright, push through him. Get me those batteries. Boys, have your orders. Start marching. Move at the double. They went the Outer Banks. With 16% casualties out of 18, I think it's going to come down to a casualty count. And Stewart just broke it. It's like the Jersey militia charged them. I got orders that are going out that are not being followed, and it's starting to piss me off. Hill's now wounded. Come on, guys, reform, reform. Get the guards back, bring it back in. Showing up. They're an assault column? Third CS, go hit these guys in the rear. Say go hit them, ignore that. Whatever the hell you're doing, stop. Shit, that just broke. God damn it. Guards, pull them this way. Break that damn brigade. Jersey militia is still fighting strong. I can't tell who's winning this or not. Either of us are. I think they're actually trying to retreat through it. There they go. Enemies retreating. 52 minutes on the clock. Holy, I've never seen that before. We both hit our casualty numbers. I think we just got them there first. Oh my God. So many things went wrong. Not playing with the a.o.m mod in forever is a big part of it. I mean, we won, but holy crap, what a Pyrrhic victory. Keep hitting these guys and trying to get past us. Gonna run up these numbers. We're at 20% casualties, they're at 22. Oof. 7,600 casualties I could not afford. Hit them. We got them cut off. Too bad St. Petersburg are not reforming. I could really use them right now. Stewart. Honestly, this felt a lot more arcadey than I remember. Honestly, I'm going to say the power going out kind of screwed me over because I think the attack was going better. And when before the, was going better before the power went out than when it got the game back running again. And I kind of took more initiative than I should have. Ugh. You know what? Let him go. Florida men are chasing at the double, but give it up. Let's just speed this along now. Yeah, we got them to 24% casualties for that major victory. We're still not getting it because we exceeded 18%. Oh, what casualties? All right, we took down 9,500 of their 41,000 infantry, 1,000 of their 2,700 cavalry, 45 of their 50 guns. Total loss of 10,500 of 45,000 men. We lost 6,468 of our 29,528 infantry, 1,203 of our 6,667 cavalry, 3 of our 19 guns. Total loss of 7,715 of our 36,473 men. Those are losses we could ill afford. But when things went south, you saw it, like, my entire line, like, disappeared in an instant. That was friggin' insane. All right. Time for the combat reports. start the Army of Virginia. Price's Division. Stewart's Cavalry did 99 to infantry, captured 73. 0 to cavalry, captured another 44. 40 artillery, captured another 19. We're told 275. St. Petersburg Polo Club did 495 to infantry, captured 451. 16 to cavalry, and none to artillery, total 964. Losses. Stewart's Cavalry, 41 dead, 154 wounded, 21 missing for a total 216. Aggregate strength of 833, 21% casualties. St. Petersburg, 68 dead, 475 wounded, 59 missing, total 602. Aggregate strength of 1,317, 31% casualties. Johnson's Division, Hills Brigade, did 611 to infantry, 84 to cavalry, 21 artillery for a total of 716. Ewell's Brigade did 560 to infantry, 245 to cavalry, 14 artillery for a total of 819. Jackson's Brigade did 506 to infantry, 90 to cavalry for a total of 596. Losses. Hills Brigade, 66 dead, 314 wounded, 64 missing, total 444. Aggregate strength of 955, 32% casualties. Ewell's Brigade, 85 dead, 488 wounded, 365 missing, total 938. Aggregate strength of 1,211, 44% casualties. Jackson's Brigade, 129 dead, 809 wounded, 173 missing, total 1,111. Aggregate strength of 1,802, 38% casualties. Billows Division, Jones Brigade, did 325 to infantry, 10 to cavalry, 3 to artillery, total 338. Georgia Guards did 359 to infantry, captured 55, 20 to artillery for total 434. Italian Stallions did 277 to infantry, 58 to cavalry for total 335. Losses. Jones, 52 dead, 280 wounded, 59 missing, total 391. Aggregate strength of 1,697, 19% casualties. Georgia Guards, 51 dead, 367 wounded, 61 missing, total 479. Aggregate strength of 1,846, 21% casualties. Italian Stallions, 62 dead, 384 wounded, 79 missing, total 525. Aggregate strength 2,387, 18% casualties. LeBeau's Legion, Outer Banks Militia did 549 to infantry, 50 to cavalry for total 601. Cape Fear Highlanders did 490 to infantry, 123 to cavalry, 30 to artillery for total 648. Chauncey's Immortals did 423 to infantry, captured 17, 34 to cavalry, 2 to artillery for total 479. Losses. Outer Banks Militia, 111 dead, 775 wounded, 167 missing, total 1,053. Aggregate strength 1,841, 36% casualties. Cape Fear Highlanders, 60 dead, 315 wounded, 307 missing, total 682. Aggregate strength 2,229, 23% casualties. Chauncey's Immortals, 36 dead, 260 wounded, 48 missing, total 344. Aggregate strength 2,553, 12% casualties. Floyd's Artillery, Washington Artillery Division did 76 to infantry, 5 to cavalry, 3 to artillery, for a total of 84. The Hampton Division Artillery did 172 to infantry, 5 to cavalry, 52 to artillery, for a total of 229. Losses. Washington Artillery, 3 dead, 2 wounded, 5 missing, total 10. Aggregate strength 88, 10% casualties. Hampton Division Artillery, 4 dead, 22 wounded, 8 missing, total 34. Aggregate strength 146, 19% casualties. Confederate Army, Clark's Division was not on field. Holmes Division, 3rd CS did 135 to infantry, 12 to captured 12, 25 to artillery, total 178. 1st CS Infantry did 57 to infantry, 56 to artillery, total 115. Losses. 3rd CS, 35 dead, 68 wounded, 16 missing, total 119. Aggregate strength of 921, 11% casualties. 1st CS, 8 dead, 6 wounded, 3 missing, total 17. Aggregate strength 2,255, 1% casualties. Van Dorn's Division, 1st Cavalry, or 1st CS Cavalry, did 581 to infantry, captured 28, 38 to artillery, 28 captured, for a total 678. Fort Oglethorpe Scouts did 594 to infantry, 26 to artillery, total 621. Losses. 1st CS Cavalry, 35 dead, 71 wounded, 25 missing, total 131. Aggregate strength 1,133, 10% casualties. Fort Oglethorpe, 33 dead, 188 wounded, 33 missing, total 254. Aggregate strength 2,181, 10% casualties. Smith's Division, 4th CS did 24 to infantry. 2nd CS did 31 to infantry, 32 to cavalry for 72. The Introverts did 428 to infantry, 18 captured, 1 to cavalry for total 447. I thought they would have done more to the cavalry considering they were coming up behind them. Losses, 4th CS, 1 wounded, 1 missing for a total of 2. 2nd CS, 7 dead, 30 wounded, 3 missing, total of 40. Aggregate strength of 853, 4% casualties. Introverts, 40 dead, 227 wounded, 56 missing, total of 323. Aggregate strength of 1,756, 16% casualties. And just the day before, we had 3,000 men in this brigade. It's now below 2,000 after 2 fights. Oof. That is crazy. 22% losses. Ugh. Oof. And we do have wounded commanders. So Johnston, I didn't even see Johnston get wounded. So Johnston's wounded. Hill's wounded. Colonel LeBeau's wounded. Though he should have been Major General LeBeau. He's in charge of a division. I didn't promote him. 2 division commanders and a brigade commander were wounded. Did we get any of the federal commanders is the question. Oh, we wounded Patterson. So we got one of the corps commander. Wounded General Shields. Oh, looks like we captured a unit. I didn't even see that. So we captured a battery. So we captured Lieutenant Colonel Welsh. Wounded Brigadier General Cox. Wounded Brigadier General Stone. Oh, we got 5 of their officers. One of them captured. That's a little tasty. Ugh, but high casualties for both sides. Should have been high casualties strictly for the Union, but hey, can't have everything. We could close that here, and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. After 2 days of heavy fighting, we finally have ourselves a victory at Richmond. I think the newspapers were a little wrong on the initial reports of day 1. So, it's just the vagaries of the game, even though basically it was the same fight. Battle of Richmond has ended with the Department of Pennsylvania retreating in panic. The Unions reported suffered total casualties of 10,618 men. There were 1,286 killed and 2,811 captured. Their morale is believed to be unstable. Our casualties total 7,715 men with 926 killed and 1,553 missing, and the rest are wounded. We captured 5,408 rifles and 15 guns from the field and sent 2,398 men off to our prison camps. And Colonel Jackson lost face during that fight. Oh, that's not cool. But let's keep that on pause. Let's take a look at the Army and get our officers reassigned. All right. Coke's found who was wounded. Johnston's wounded. Actually, I didn't go through and promote most of these generals. They should all the division commanders should have been major generals. But LeBeau was wounded on his debut. All right, let's see. Do we have any brigadiers on standby? I do have a major general on standby, and that's Henry McCullough. So, hey, you finally get a job. You actually need to be promoted major general. Same with you. And we need to replace LeBeau, and there's no brigadiers on standby. So, who's going to replace you? We're going to promote from within the division, I think. Actually, take a look at some of these guys, too. They're only captains. Now we'll promote from within the division. Looks like Loring's going to be taking command of the division. You're going to get replaced by Gatlin. Major General. Should be Brigadier. 2,300 men, you should be a brigadier. 1,800, you're already a brigadier. You should at least be majors. 334 men, you'll stay a colonel. You'll stay a colonel. Jackson, you got to get replaced. Oh, and that sucks, especially with those stats. Looks like George Smith will be taking his command. Actually, Coke, you should be a lieutenant general. And Hill's got to get replaced. It's going to be Ransom, Clark, or Martin. Well, Ransom professional, even though he's a cavalryman, he is a professional, so he's going to get the job. 955 men, yeah, you're staying a colonel. Mule's fine, 1,200 men. All right. Army of Maine. 14 more days for the last battery to arrive. We got going on in Tradoc. The Starlight's ready. Virginia Flying Battery's ready. Blackjack Rifles, Sigma's Sharpshooters, and Tortured Poets Department are ready to go. And 43rd Virginia Rangers. So, Confederate Army's going to get somebody first. Oh, wait, they're going to get the CSMC. They got to get transferred over to the Confederate state. We got to change this. Confederate States Army. Like the United States Army. Just Confederate. So the introverts are going to stay here, but we're going to transfer in the CSMC. Where did I send them? Western Army. CSMC, you're coming out here with the professionals. And I think leaving the, even though the introverts were, you know, started out as the first CS and we just renamed them the introverts because they were from Florida. I think we, you know, storyline wise, we could say, you know, they're Florida men. We need the regulars to keep a close eye on them so they don't get up to anything shenanigans. They'll end up in the papers. Western Army needs... Everybody needs troops. But we're going to send... 43rd Virginia Rangers out to them. Along with the Starlights. Because they belong... Oh, no, they belong to another division altogether, but that's fine. I didn't make a promise that they were going to be in the same army. Army of Tennessee, you were going to get... the Tortured Poets Department because they are from Tennessee. There we go. You know what? The Starlights should have been sent here because this is where your division is. I'll fix that. Yeah. Sent the Starlights here. Virginia Flying Battery's going to Army of Virginia. I'm going to transfer the Starlights to the Army of Tennessee after their transfer is complete. All right, Confederate States Army is basically going to remain what it is right there unless somebody asks for more professional troops. You can't raise professional troops, but if somebody asks for like a professional unit number, they'll go there. So Western Army is going to get the Blackjack Rifles going to Frost Division, and Sigma's Sharpshooters going to Donaldson's Division. And I think they're also going to end up with the Black Riders on the Papin once they are trained up here in 5 more days. These other brigades, these are just placeholders so that these divisions don't fall apart and disappear on us. What's going on with the siege train? 13 days, 31 days. All right. How's our readiness looking? Almost good enough to move. Almost good enough to move. I think we can. We're going to be moving. We're going to be making a move during hurricane season, but I think we'll be fine with that. I think we might just see some clear sailing for it. days? 19, 14. So mid-August is when we're going to kick this off. I'm going to keep this rolling up until August 1st. All right, it's now August 1st. And things are chugging along for us. Thankfully, Federals have not pushed back in on us. We did lose sight of those two Federal Army, but we do know that Fredericksburg is they are building a supply depot there now. And the Army in Northeast Virginia is still sitting at Newmark, but they are really stripped of troops now. They are showing on my reports as having 7,000 men when they were double that number a few days ago. So I think some of those troops had been shifted up to the Army of Potomac, which is now at 28,000 men. So they are moving troops around. We do know there's more Federals around the area. We do have troops at Nashville because they did force the Army of Tennessee out because we didn't have enough troops to stand and fight them. And we know there's somebody out here in the West. We just don't know where they are right now. But we're getting ready to start making some offensively defensive moves just to hang on to our territory, as we will not be attacking north of any of our borders, because that's part of the campaign rules. We can't go north of our own borders on the main map. All the attacks into federal territory have to happen from up here. And we're almost ready to begin that phase of the campaign. The siege train is fully in the green. Looks like they don't have all their units, but Lee's got them fully in the green. But they're definitely going to be leaving after the main bodies. Their infantry and cavalry are 10 and 28 days away, respectively. For the Army of Maine, we're still waiting on the one battery to arrive. That'll be here in 11 days. We could leave right now. We do have high enough readiness to do that. We're almost in the green, but I'd rather have everybody together. As soon as that last battery arrives in 11 days, we're moving out, and hopefully we will be in Maine before the end of August. October is a good campaign season up in Maine, but winter comes on fast, so we do need to have at least one node seized under our control and a supply depot built before winter sets in. That's got to be done before winter sets in. We're not surviving in the north without any of that, especially all the way to hell up here. There's a reason most of the population lives south of this line that my mouse is on. So, we're going to end this one here. Like I said, once again, this is a viewer unit only campaign. The non-viewer units that are currently in the Army will eventually be going away. So, as a reminder to everybody, you don't need to be a channel member. You can just be a subscriber and you can request a unit. So, people who are members get first priority. People who are not members will come after them. Don't have a lot of troops available right now, not until we get conscription up and running and I get some recruitment offices up and going. So, we're down to the bare bones of what we have available to us right now, but still get your unit requests in there. Put them in the comments below, but it's actually easier to put them into my Discord, which should be linked in the description. So go to the Discord, go to the recruitment thread, and put your unit request in there. Just follow the pinned instructions. Doing the unit request. It's a lot easier for me than trying to track them down through all the comments sometimes. So once again, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you do, hit that bell icon so alert the next video comes out. You're following along in the series and enjoying it. Don't forget to bayonet that like button and butt stroke that comment section. And I'll see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.